and you have the pick of where we begin, since you're the first one here. Sweet. We like good weekends. Okay. Okay, here are our options for today. So we have a, let's see, a rover orbiting the moon right here. So what we could do, let's see, I learned the basics of C programming and creation. Oh wow, that sounds like a busy weekend. That's cool though. That yes, knowing something like that would obviously be. Uh-oh, you see a problem. Okay, problem on my end or your problem or your end? Let's hear. We are exactly 0 minutes in and we are having problems. Oh, the oh yeah, the right there. I'm pointing it out. Yeah, I've noticed that. I forgot to mention that. I think that's the only thing I've noticed that it says the on it. I'll let you know if I see any others, but I'm pretty sure that's the only one I've seen. So what I can do is, if you'll remember last time we put our little lander right near the canyon area. Well, I've got a rover in orbit around the moon, so we could dump it down there and let, who was it? Which one of our little Kerbal buddies was there? Man, he had an awesome name. I forget which one, but we can let that guy drive the rover and go explore the canyon, so we can do that. I also have a rover orbiting Arl, that we can land and go driving around there. Use the... okay. And we also have... Where is it? Okay, and we have a plane orbiting Citron. We have a plane there. I know it has an atmosphere. I don't know if it can work, so I don't want you to cheat and tell me if it'll work, because I figured it might be kind of fun to deorbit it and see if we can actually get it to fly. So we have those three options, and... Ooh, spicy. And we also have a major lifter that I want to send to Arl. Sorry, I'm butchering it. But that's obviously not launched yet. So we can do any of those four things. Where do you want to go today first? Try the plane here, the rover on Query, or the rover on Arl. So we can Citron, we can fly 2 rovers, or launch. Your call. I am game for any of those. I will wait and... Let's see. By the way, I'm going to get a Switch. Yes, not anytime soon, but I love... Okay, well, as soon as you get a Switch, let me know. We're playing online. You can friend me. We will go ahead and do that. Okay, well, let's... Oh, I know what I was going to do. I forgot to tell you. You need to see all the Kerbals that I named. Since now that I found out I can actually name them, I figured... why not let everyone who watches start naming Kerbals? So I'm just going to go back to the tracking station. Okay, never mind. I'll wait and show you when you get back. So I'll start deorbiting this then, since you have to go for a minute. So I will work on deorbiting this. So just let me know when you are back with some sort of random emote, because I like the... Yeah, give me an emote when you're back. Like this. There we go. Fish. Okay, I'm going to work on deorbiting it then. Hopefully that goes well. Not so sure. Okay, need to make sure my staging's good here, because I do not want to ditch my fuel tanks. Jet engine. Okay, so those are the big ones. Let's point retrograde and start a slow burn, because this will... Oh wait, I didn't activate the engines, did I? Oh, you know what? I think I need to adjust the game volume. I turned it up, so it might be drowning out my voice a little bit. That should be good. Okay, now let's... A little bit of beans. And let's deorbit it with our glorious deorbiting system. Yeah, those engines were massively scaled up, and because they like to gimbal a lot, it makes it relatively easy to turn. But if I give it more than a tiny bit of throttle, the whole thing starts wobbling violently and tends to tear itself apart in a most catastrophic and beautiful way, but that's not exactly what we were going for. Okay, it looks like we're going to be... I feel like we're really, really high. I'm not quite sure why. I'm orbiting so high, I don't remember getting into this high of an orbit, so we're going to have a bit of a long fall. Luckily, I have a decent amount of delta V in these to sort of slow our descent, because the idea here is that I'm not going to try and place this in the atmosphere like an SSTO or a shuttle, because it's not really built to withstand the heat. So I'm just going to go straight butt first down. I'm going to kill off all of my horizontal speed and just kind of fall straight down. It's worked on other planets, so why wouldn't it work here, right? Because all the planets are the same. So yeah, that's the plan, and we're high enough that I can actually do time warp. So let me kill off our speed. Once that's done, I'm just going to head right for the surface. Who's our buddy flying today? It's Sherford. So good old Sherford's going to be the first one to test out what Citron's all about. Okay, we're just about done killing off our speed. Okay, gonna kill it like that. I'm gonna keep pointing retrograde. Quick save, because disaster. And let's time warp a little bit. And fall gently into the planet. Once I get to about 150. Okay, oh, okay. Have some texture vibrations, we'll say. Let's kill off some more of that speed, since we're still pretty high and we're coming in rather toasty. Let's see what Sherford's seeing. Yeah, that's not too reassuring. He's just looking at the sun and his massive boosters as he's falling into the planet. But that's okay. He's yeah, he's chuffed about that. He's smiling. Good old Sherford. How much delta V do I have left? Looks like I've got quite a bit, so I'm not going to worry. And I don't want to use hyperedit and cheat or anything with this. I just want to go straight in. I only use the cheats here and there when we're actually testing something really, really specific. But since we want to sort of see what the whole atmosphere is like, I'm just going to plunge this in, and if it burns up even going slow, we'll know it's pretty dense. One thing I should note to those of you who are interested in the mod is that at this point in the beta testing, as far as I'm aware, the science does not work yet, so none of the science experiments have been coded in or designed just yet. So we can't do science, which means that I can't really do a bunch of scientific tests to test the atmosphere and other bits like that. So I just have to rely on the White Guardian for a little bit of cheat help as far as giving me the information. But I don't want any information for this one. I just want to plunge in and, you know, see what happens. Sherford is totally game for whatever's going to happen. The boy's smiling there. One thing I want to mention, I'm going to put in the video description, but for anyone watching, whether you follow me or not, since I just recently found out through the debug menu that you can name Kerbals, I will be taking names for all future missions, the ones that are not out. Obviously, I can't, at least I don't know if I can rename the ones that are out, but for all of the Kerbals that I send on future missions, I'm going to name them strictly from chat and comments. So if you have a name for a Kerbal that you want to send on a mission, go ahead and let me know, because that's how we're doing it. Hey, White Guardian, we are falling more or less straight down and doing so fairly well. I'm going to start actually kicking on the engines to... Not sure how long I can stay, though, and whoa, what's going on down there? Well, I figured they were having a little bit of a war down there. I'm not sure what we would call that. It happened when I came out of Time Warp. I should just mention that. It looked fine. I went into Time Warp to fall. And then when I came out of it, it looked like that. So maybe if I go to the map view... Let me kill off my speed here. Then I'll go to the map view and see if it fixes it. Just a sec here. Okay, let's go to map view. What do you think I'm going to say next? That either A, you're going to fix it, or B... look at something else and that will fix it, right? This usually seems to be our way to go, right? Zoom in a little bit, right? That should kill it. Then we tab. Then we map. Nope, didn't fix it. Nope, Jeb's done that. Yeah, oh, so I have a story about Jeb's done that, by the way. Yeah, I think I'm broken. Mentally, I'm pretty much losing it. This game's making me lose it a little bit. So Linda and I were watching a movie last night. You know, we're just relaxing. It's getting late, you know, a little bit before bed. We have our little snacks. We're sitting there on the couch, you know, just kind of chilling, watching our movie. And in the movie, the guy base jumps off a building. I'm a scrub. Left a closing bracket in the wrong place. Do not land. Uh-oh. Well, Sherford wants to see what it's all about. I mean, we're this deep into it. What's the worst that could happen? Sherford meets a fiery demise. I say we're going to go for it anyway while I finish my story here. That's funny. Well, I guess we'll see what happens when a bracket's in the wrong place. But anyway, so Linda and I are watching a movie, and during the movie, there will be no terrain. That's okay. I just want to see what the atmosphere looks like. I mean, we might as well. I don't want to just kill the craft here. I would rather, you know, let it fall and then just destroy it later. So we'll let it fall in there and see what happens. But anyway, we're watching a movie. The guy base jumps off a building. Wasn't even planning it. Just, it slips out of my mouth. I look at Linda and I just say, Jeb's done that. Train data is not loaded. Okay, well, we'll just kill Sherford. So, yeah, no worries there. But yeah, we're watching the movie. He base jumps, and as soon as he jumps off, I look at Linda and say, Jeb's done that. Just completely casually, as though that's what normal people say. She looked at me and she just sort of shook her head and sighed a little bit and just rolled her eyes. So yeah, I have a problem. I can't do anything without saying Jeb's done that. And last night just sort of proved that. She just rolled her eyes, looked at me, and she just, I think she expects that now. Everything, we'll just kill Sherford. Yep, Sherford is going in the interest of scientific and coding curiosity. He's going to see what happens when a planet is actually a black hole. So that's what we're going to call this. Citron is actually currently a black hole. We didn't know that until just now, but because a bracket is in the wrong place, Citron is a black hole. That's actually fact. That's how black holes are formed. Never mind supermassive stars collapsing. Black holes are formed when brackets are left in the wrong place. So scientists, you know, astronomers just thought we'd let you know. And Sherford's going to prove that principle here in just a minute. I'm going to start actually paying attention to the atmosphere. And hey, Guardian, I mentioned this while you were away, that obviously I can't change the names of existing Kerbals unless, you know, of a way to do that. But from here on out, because I'm like a kid with a new toy, every single Kerbal for every single mission, I want to take viewer and follower requests for names. Dentist appointment tomorrow. Well, you don't need to be, unless you're working on your own teeth, you don't need to be too awake for the dentist appointment, do you? Right? Nudge, nudge. A save file edit. Well, that would be a little bit of work. But what I'm getting at is that from here on out, I want to only take Kerbals that are named from viewers in either the comments or the chat. So start giving me names for future Kerbals. I'll show you who I have already. I've got a few in the Space Center ready to go, but I want to only do missions with viewer and follower names. I got school after that. Falling asleep in class would be pretty embarrassing. Yeah, probably a little bit. We're going a little hot here. Oh, we're actually getting pretty close to the non-terrain. Simon Kerman, after a character I created. Okay, the next Kerbal we are creating is Simon. Actually, let me go ahead and do that right now while we're falling. Yep, we're still getting that null exception Kerbals. Okay, the next Kerbal is going to... Okay, you get to pick what he is. So, Simon, what... I'm guessing male, but Simon could swing either way. So, male, I'm guessing. Tell me what you want Simon to be. And preferably within 33,000 meters. Because once we hit the bottom of that black hole, old Sherford's going to have it. Yeah, go ahead and give me like the full stat layout for Simon. Male scientist. Okay, scientist, good. Experience. I'm just going to keep it always at level 5, but you can give me the personality and attributes. Got it. Badass. What about courage and stupidity? Nice. Need to have a nice little balance of that. And I'm noticing while you're typing that we're still not deep enough in the atmosphere to turn on the engines yet. So I'm going to hold off on that. Give me like a percentage for the slider, you know, like 50, 60, 70 for both of those. And we will make good old Simon. because we are going to be out of Kerbal with Sherford, since he's about courage full, stupidity 0. He's one who quickly assesses a situation and makes sure he has a wise choice. Okay. Oh, actually, I should probably... Nope, we're good. Focus here. Okay, do you want him to be a veteran too, or just the badass? Otherwise, we're going to call it good. And we will have our next... I also found out how to edit existing Kerbals. Well, I have a feeling we're going to be killing some of those off. Rip Sherford. Oh, hey, Naga. What's going on? We are just in the process of throwing Sherford into a black hole because there isn't actually... Nope, no veteran. Okay. So there isn't actually terrain here on Citron. So Sherford is testing a black hole for us as we speak. But yeah, so hey, Naga, you'll notice that I'm creating Simon the Scientist. Let me actually... Yeah, we're getting kind of close here. Hold on, let me kill off my speed, then... Hey, Guardian, while I'm doing this, why don't you explain what I'm doing with naming really quick, because I need to make sure I don't kill little buddy Sherford too early. Okay, those should have gone. Looks like Dagnabbit, I missed... Okay, that wasn't quite what I meant to do, but we don't need the extra fuel anyway. Okay, let's see if we're getting any power. Yeah, okay, so what Guardian's saying? Fuel flow, okay, we're not getting any sort of combustion here. Flame out, intake air deprived. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, so since we're killing Sherford, I decided, since I just learned how to name Kerbals, that from here on out, every single mission is gonna be piloted. Not that I've done yet. Every single mission is gonna be piloted by a follower or a chat created Kerbal. So that's how we're doing missions from here on out. So Naga, if you want to go ahead and create your Kerbal, give me the full stats. Here's what you need to fill out. You need to give me the name, the gender, the role, the personality, and the attributes. So if you want to go ahead and type that, I will create one for you. But hey, Guardian, by editing the save, you can revive dead Kerbals. Well, I told you, Kerbals are immortal. The only way they die is when they explode. Which, oh, hey Jade, what's going on? Did you hear what I was doing with naming Kerbals, by the way? Which, actually, that reminds me, I do need to turn off respawning Kerbals, because I want to keep, I want to try and, like, actually keep the chat Kerbals alive. So let me make sure I don't have respawning crew. There we go. Missing crews respawn. Nope. So when you name your Kerbal, that's all you get is one little buddy. So that's all I need to do, right? Okay. Well, let's accept that really quick. White Guardian, I'm not getting any thrust. So whatever atmosphere is here isn't here. I know nothing. Okay, so Jade, what I'm doing is every single mission from here on out, I'm only doing Kerbals that are named by either people who follow me or are in chat. So if you want to name a Kerbal for future missions, warning, they might die like Sherford. But if you want to, go ahead and give me everything that I need right here. The name, the gender, the role, the experience, or not the experience, that's always going to be level 5, but the personality and the attributes. I'm going to use follower/chat Kerbals for all future missions, so go ahead and do one if you want. Uh-oh. We have a link from... How could this happen to me? I made my mistake. So everyone play that link that White Guardian just gave you, and look at Sherford down here. Play those two together really quick. And remember that respawning Kerbals is off. So yeah, just remember that. But yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and give me the information for the Kerbals to create, I'll go ahead and do that as soon as Sherford meets his questionable demise. And I say questionable because apparently, according to White Guardian, there is no actual terrain here. So what happens when we reach 0 is a mystery, and Sherford seems blissfully content with that. I hear explosions. I just want to point out that I do hear lots of explosions in the background. Can you guys hear any game audio, by the way? I want to make sure you can hear a little bit of game audio. Okay, here's a moment of truth. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen when we hit 0 mark. I have a feeling it's the event horizon of a black hole. Okay, here we go. Turning off HUD. That's some, that, ooh, yeah, ooh. Yeah, I don't think anything made, oh wait. No, we're actually getting a wing that is now going backwards. So we had, welcome to my rave, by the way. Insert, clubhouse music. Yeah, so this is actually a rave now. Welcome to that. So hey, there is sort of terrain, I guess. Okay, well, oh wait, if you guys are doing links, here we go. Just a sec. So okay, we now have to do this from now on. Okay, everyone check chat link. Oh, let's see, did you beat me to it? Okay, there we go. Everyone play that really quick before I move on. Oh, let's do Naga's Kerbal really quick. Okay. I'm gonna go male, assuming male. Let me know if not. Scientist, no courage, half stupidity. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you guys are playing that link. But hey, Naga, do you want to be veteran and or badass before I create it really quick? Veteran, got it. It's like a ground lava lamp. It's pretty cool. Hey, Pumund. Perfectly round PQS will have an infinitely small layer of liquid, hence the scatterer. Can I just say that I really like your name? Pudmund. Yes, I totally dig that name. I'm a scrub who played. Okay, back to the tracking station.